guys. Okay, so you guys are all probably wondering, why aren't you in your usual setup? What's going on? So today I am switching everything from this kit into this, and also I realized there's another kit behind me, switching all of this into there as well. So this one I got on Amazon a couple years ago, and it has this top part that I actually forgot about. And so I don't normally use this, but it is pretty nifty. And all it says is A/V on here. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested in this kit. It is cheaper than the Zuka, so that's why I went with this one before. So you have some like clear plastic things up here. There's a little space here, which is where I normally keep my brush belt and some palettes, and then you have drawers inside here that you can pull out, which have been kind of annoying recently. I used to like that about this, but it's just been annoying because there is too much in the drawer, so they will just get stuck and I can't pull it out. Let's go over the Zuka. So the things I like about it is this you can actually sit on. So say a client's in a chair and you don't have a chair with you, you can just use this, which is nice because there have been so many times where I've done makeup where it's been like outside or people just don't have a high enough chair. My back has like struggled the next day. It has hurt so bad. And then what I liked, first of all, I like that it's small and compact. The wheels are, you won't be able to see, but they're like skateboard wheels on the bottom. On this one, there's a little bar in the back that bent down, so now whenever I wheel it around, it's scratching on the ground. It just makes this horrid noise, so that's one of the reasons I'm also leaving this. That could have been from me, like bending it somehow, but like, I don't know, maybe I just didn't notice it. On the inside, there are bags, so you can just, there's a little space here for you to store stuff. But the nice thing about the bags is they're pretty big, and you can store a ton of stuff inside of these and just lay them out on a countertop so that everything is out, so you can see everything. You don't have to, like with this one, I have to open the drawers, take out the products, and the product is just sitting on their counter space. This way, the bags are just sitting there, and when I'm done, I can just zip it up. It's really easy cleanup and just put it back into my kit. Now let's go through what's in my kit. Okay, so before we get into each of the products, I just wanted to give a little bit of a disclaimer. A lot of the products I purchased myself. I did work for Nordstrom, so there were a few things I got in gratis, but I will say pretty much the majority of this I purchased myself. A few of the other kit videos I've seen, I feel like there aren't a lot on YouTube, but a lot of the ones I've seen, some of them feel like you should go do the research, which I agree with. I think you should do the research and figure out what products you like. Like, I definitely wouldn't recommend just getting stuff because I have it, because your client's skin and everything is going to be different on client. Where I live and where I typically do shoots, it's very dry, so a lot of my products cater towards that, and then some don't, but just keep that in mind for when you are searching for products for your own kit. And I would love to make this a series, so if you guys would like to see how to build a kit within a certain budget, I would love to show you guys how to do that as well. In the top drawers, I have foundations. So this one, I have 3 foundation palettes. So I have the RCMA palettes. They have a light version and then a dark version. I absolutely love these foundation palettes because they make the skin just look nice and hydrated. For if people are dry, their skin just looks beautiful and healthy. I love it. And you can use it for concealer, foundation, contour. They're just amazing. The only thing is it can be hard for oily skin, and sometimes the shades just aren't quite yellow enough, but I can usually mix the 2 palettes to get the right shades, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you are looking for some foundation palettes for your kit, I absolutely recommend these. They're amazing. And this way, they are a little more pricey. I think they're like $70, like in that range. I'll put a little price thing here. It's definitely worth it because otherwise you're buying single foundations and it just takes up a lot of room in the bag. And the nice thing about these two is they have labels, so you can see where everything is, which bag is which, when you are looking just at your kit. I'll probably do that eventually, but just not at the moment. And I also have the Bobbi Brown palette, which I do really like. It has the foundations on this side and then the concealers and correctors on this side, so that's great for people with dark under eyes. And then the other products I have the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation because it's nice and full coverage, but it is really good for dry skin and it's really lightweight, so it kind of covers like a concealer would, but it's super thin. So I purchased 2 of those shades that I'm gonna mix. I'm probably going to have to get a few more just to make sure I have the right undertones. But the other foundation that I have in my kit is the Lancome Teint Idole. I also have the Makeup Forever foundation as well, so I have quite a few. I love having options, but I have the Lancome Teint Idole because it's better for oily skin, it's full coverage, and it's matte. And then the primer I have in here is the Tatcha, let's see, the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. Like I've talked about, I do like the e.l.f. one more, but I just keep this in my kit. I like to have a little bit of higher end products just so my clients feel more luxurious. Like I just like it to be an experience for them. Alrighty, moving on to this drawer. So this has quite a few palettes in here. So I have the NARS blush palettes, which these are amazing. I feel like if you have these, you don't really need any other blush palettes. They always come out with new ones. I'm not sure if you can still purchase this. I'm pretty sure they've been discontinued, or not even discontinued, they were just seasonal. But I have these for fair skin and then these darker, richer shades for medium to dark skin. So I like that I have absolutely any blush I'll ever need, and I have a mixture of satin blushes, shimmery blushes, and matte. So I love these, and I think NARS has one of the best blush formulas out there. I also have a cream highlighter palette. This isn't one of my favorites, I'll be honest, but I just keep it in there for like editorial shoots and things like that. And then I also have brow palettes. So this is from Bobbi Brown. It's just a palette where you can put shadows into, so there's just a mixture of those in there. It matches everyone, typically brunettes, and then I also have one for lighter colored hair, so like blondes and all of that. Another palette I have in here, this is just a great neutral palette, especially for fair skin, because a lot of palettes nowadays are very warm and red, which I mean, I love for myself, but that doesn't always look good on everybody. So with this, I have some nice grays, neutral browns, some pinks, and then some nice shimmers. So I really like this palette for those occasions. I also have the Chanel bronzer, just kind of for fun. I just think it's really pretty. I like the color, and it's fun to use. And then for concealer, I have 2 shades of the NARS. So I have the shades Ginger and Chantilly, and I just mix those 2 to make the right shades for my clients. Because I feel like concealer, you don't really have to be as careful about undertone, but I feel like with foundation, you absolutely do. And then I also have some Shape Tape concealers. I have Fair Neutral, and then Light Medium Honey. And then I also have an e.l.f. camo concealer in here because, as you guys know, I love it. And what I like about these bags is that they're lined with plastic on the inside, so if anything ever spills, it's gonna be really easy to just wipe up and clean up. And so far, the bags have been able to fill up 2 drawers worth of product, which is amazing. And then I'm also kind of like setting things aside that I don't need in my kit because there are so many things that have just accumulated that I don't use, where I've just thrown them in. So there's a lot of that. So the palettes I like to use are the original Jaclyn Hill palette. It just has everything you need. It has literally just everything. And it's just such a fun palette. I love it. And then as far as colors go, I use the Morphe 35B palette, which is now the Lisa Frank palette. I don't love the James Charles palette as much because it doesn't have neon colors, which when I'm doing really colorful looks, I like there to just be that really big pop. And the 35B has everything I need, so I like that one. Then I have this, and I hardly ever reach for it if I'm being honest. It's the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which is now KBD Beauty. It's okay. I feel like the shades can just look really gray, so they are true contour colors, but they're just not my favorite. And plus, if I'm using contour colors or bronzer colors, I'm gonna reach for this, which is pretty much all of the Bobbi Brown bronzers that I love. Like, they just suit everyone. They're not too warm, but they're also not too gray. I just like how it looks on people a lot better than this, but I probably will still keep this in there just in case. I do like the under eye setting shades, but like I said, I just don't reach for it as much as the others. And then as far as powder goes, I have a lot of powder. I have the Laura Mercier setting powder. I have the RCMA powder because this one is better for dry skin. And then I also have some Bobbi Brown foundation powder. And the reason why I have so many is because different shades for different skin tones and stuff. But this one I really like because it smooths out the skin really nicely, especially if people have texture. I just like how it looks. I think it's really pretty. I also have cream blushes, which I do love cream blushes. I think they look really pretty on the skin. It gives you just like a nice glow, and they're all Bobbi Brown. So I have Fresh Melon, Rose, Blushed Rose, Powder Pink, and Calypso Coral. I would say my top used colors are the more neutral ones, which is Powder Pink and Fresh Melon. Oh, and then another eyeshadow palette that I love is, this is a depotted, I'm not gonna open it up because I don't want it to spill on the carpet or anything, but it is the depotted Anastasia palette. So there's Subculture in here, which I don't really use, and then Modern Renaissance and Soft Glam, which Soft Glam, if you are a makeup artist, you absolutely need Soft Glam in your kit. It just has the prettiest warm shadows. There are also some cool shadows in there. The black in there is stunning. I love it. And then this was a holiday Laura Mercier palette, but this black, I don't know if it might be equivalent to the Soft Glam, if not better. I would have to try them side by side, but I do like just having a really nice pitch black color. And then I liked the other shades in here, and then there's also blushes, but the black spilled onto some on the highlighter, but I do like that one. Okay, and then for highlighters, this palette is absolutely amazing. This was a little seasonal palette they had a few years ago, and these highlighters are just gorgeous. They're wet looking on the skin, so they don't look chunky. You don't get that gritty highlight. It's not too intense. It's perfect for brides. I absolutely love their highlighters. And then I also have a little Becca highlighter. I have this one by Bodyography, which my friend gave to me, and it is just so intense. Like it's for when I need something that's just bright and metallic and intense for shoots. This is the one I grab, but that's in there for like a little fun one. And then this is like a bunch of just mascaras, liners, cream shadow sticks, which I love cream shadow sticks. They're so easy. Whenever I have to do a quick eyeshadow look, I just grab these and rub it on, blend it out, and it's good to go. My favorites are the Bobbi Brown and Laura Mercier shadow sticks. I have a few of the mini Laura Mercier shadow sticks, but I would definitely like to get more of hers. But I have a lot of the Bobbi ones, so I do use those and I do like them. For skincare, I recently put this one in here. It's the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. Sometimes I have like a little travel size CeraVe hydrating lotion that I like to put in there as well, just because it's just smooth on the skin. It's not too thick, it's not greasy, it absorbs fast. So we're gonna see how this one goes, but I do like the CeraVe, so this is just the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream, if I didn't say that already. And then I do like to have an eye cream in there. So this is the Bobbi Brown Hydrating Eye Cream. I have the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base Primer, which is phenomenal. I love it. And then this is just a little tin of the really thick Nivea cream. I keep that in there just for those clients in case they need something richer. So I'm just keeping it down to these four. I used to have a Clinique Dramatically Different lotion in there, as well as the Dramatically Different gel, but I thought the CeraVe one was better. So I'm gonna kick those out, and they're probably expired by now. So next drawer is the lip drawer, and I absolutely want to get the Makeup by Mario lip palette because it's a lot like the old Anastasia one, which they discontinued, and I'm so upset about because I bought 2 of those. So I will definitely be purchasing that one, but for now I melted lipsticks into this thing I got from Amazon. So If you don't want to spend $60 on a palette, you can just get some lipsticks. I would honestly just do the Wet n Wild ones. I love those. And then just melt them in here. It's been fine for now because I feel like most people just need neutrals, but for the bright, fun shoots, like where I do editorial work, I'm gonna need something that has more extreme colors. And then I have pretty much all of the Laura Mercier liners because I worked at the Laura Mercier counter and they changed the packaging, so I got to keep all of the ones with the old packaging. They're clean, I sharpen them, and then I just spray some alcohol on it to make sure it's all sanitary, but I do like those. So those are just in a little baggie. Just some random lip glosses. My favorite lip gloss though is the MAC lip gloss. It's just in the tube. Yeah, the lip gloss. It is just so shiny and reflective. Like, it is the shiniest gloss ever. It's really sticky, but it's great for photography. And then I have a drawer specifically for lashes. My favorite ones to use are the Little Black Dress Kiss lashes and the Kiss 11 lashes. And then these are the 11s, so they're just a little more wispy. They're better for people with more of a rounder, like a bigger eye shape. They're also good for making the eye look more open, but I like to have those two on hand. Sometimes they'll have them at stores like TJ Maxx and Marshall's, like marked down, so I'll just buy them in bulk, or Ulta will have sales as well where it's like buy one, get one half off. So I like to bulk up on lashes when I can. And then I have little lash scissors. I think these were like $1 or $2 at Walmart. I am just gonna finish transferring everything to my kit and then I will be back. Okay, so I was able to fit quite a bit in here. So I took it down a little bit so you can kind of see. I was able to put the lashes in this door, and then I found a little hidden pocket on the side where I could put these in there. So, oh, there's another one too. So my palettes can just go on the side of the kit. That's really nifty. I like that. So this will definitely be able to fit everything. I was surprised at how much it was able to fit compared to this. But now I'm going through this kit that I talked about in my Youngblood video. So that's all Youngblood cosmetics, and I really liked the color line of it. The shadows I really liked, and then the glosses and lipsticks. So I am going to be putting those into my little lipstick bag here. I may actually not even need the Mario palette because I don't know if you can tell on camera. There you go. And I really liked the new shades in here. Load them in. Alrighty, you guys. So I am going to go through each of the bags and just kind of show you how it all turned out. But overall, I love this thing. And this is also the Makeup Forever version. This one is cheaper than the others. Than like if you just go on the site for some reason. At least it was when I saw it. And it came with all of the bags. So if you are looking for a Zuka bag, I highly recommend making sure it comes with the clear bags inside because some of them are separate. So if you see one that's a cheaper price, make sure it has the bags. The one that I'll be putting in the bottom is lips because that's typically what I reach for last. So what I did is I have my little palette in there, and then I did glosses and the other, hold on. I have to make sure I put the liners in here. Oh yes, I did, okay. I was like freaking out for a moment. Okay, they're in there. So I put the liners in there, the lip glosses, and then the palette on top. So that's just gonna go into the bottom there. So you can see lashes here, and then I just put that bag on the bottom. And then the next one, I'm gonna put my Youngblood bag in there. And what I did for the lipsticks in here, because I couldn't fit them all in the lipstick bag, is I put the more obnoxious colors on the bottom, so like the bright reds, the purples, and all of the bright fun colors. And then the nudes on top, because that's typically what I reach for the most. And then I just have the highlighters, eyeshadow palettes, the contour palettes, and all of that jazz in there. The next one I'm gonna put in is the, let's see, this is basically the cheek bag, and also I have some eyeshadow palettes in there. It has blushes, highlighters, my brow powders, contour stuff all in here, so that's gonna be next. And then after that, I am going to put in my foundation bag. I was gonna put this in at the top, but I want my primers and skincare at the top. So this has my foundation palettes, foundations, and then I had room to put my face powder palette in there, so it worked out great. So just sliding that in. as I'm like shoving it in. I'm like, we're gonna gracefully put this in. This is the BH Cosmetics brush belt, and it was like $7. I'll link it for you guys. I'll try to link most of the stuff. It's gonna be hard because there's a lot of product in here. But I'll just link some of my favorites and both of the bags as well in case you are looking for those, because I know that getting a good makeup bag is really hard to find. I'm just popping that in there. Oh yeah, and it fits perfectly. And then these are some of my favorite makeup sponges. I'll make sure to link these for sure. I use these in my videos on myself as well too. They're from Amazon. I'm pretty sure a bag of these is like $8 and you get 5 sponges. They're just as good as the original Beauty Blender. They expand when you wet them and they're really soft. Alrighty you guys, so that is the end of the video. I was able to fit so much in here, I was able to fit pretty much everything in here. The only things I'm concerned about, I'm just gonna have to put these in like a plastic bag, is my makeup cleansing spray, and I just wanted to talk about it really quick because if you're an artist on the go, or if you're doing photo shoots back to back where you can't wash your brushes in a sink, this stuff is amazing. It's makeup brush cleansing spray, and I get this one from Target. It's the Sonia Kashuk one, and it has this nice rose scent. You can also get them from, what other ones do I like? I like the Cinema Secrets one as well, except it has a very strong cupcake, like vanilla scent, which I used to really like, but at the end of the day, when I'm like cleaning tons and tons of brushes, it was just a little too strong for me. Another one I really like, which can be strong for some people, but I don't mind it as much, is the Harian Spirit, but that is the other one that I really like.
I forgot to mention this, but it smells like fresh oranges. It smells so good.
But that is a great brush cleaner. I love that one. So those are the brush cleaners I like, but I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like I said, I would love to make this a series. I know a lot of you are also wanting to become makeup artists and are curious about just building a kit in general. Like I said, I would love to make this a series, and if you guys have any questions at all, don't be afraid to ask. Always love answering your questions on here. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys all enjoy the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you would like to see more videos like these. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!